How do you handle errors in your SAP Integration Suite? So one of the challenges customers often is facing is that they're getting a lot of errors and they want a simple way to ensure that the errors can be processed and know what's going on with these things. So for instance, here we have an error. We can see it's using the default rule, so we don't know what's going on with it. We can see there it comes with an exception. We can use OpenAI to get a response on what the potential problem of this error could be. And hopefully in a few seconds we would know this, and we can see there is something about the script and it should suggest that we do it in this way. And this is correct. I had a problem with my script, and that's the reason why we have this. So now I have an idea about the error, and I can then set the status here to done. That's fine, and update it. I'll fix it. Good. But the thing is, if this error occurs multiple times, I don't want everybody to go and say, oh, so how do we resolve this problem? So the idea is here we can go in and create a rule that then says multiplication exception, and we give it a step number, which means if we are getting this at this specific point in time, we can then go in and we can say what to do on it. What's the status? Do we want to, is this critical? And we can then create a message that we want to send and say, okay, it's this flow, this problem. We can send this in an email to our business, to ourselves, or whoever should be in charge. And we can obviously write how to fix it. So all these kind of things. So this is a simple way that would enable you to categorize all your errors in a way that next time we're getting this error that suffice this XPath, all of those would be grouped together with this multiplication exception, and we would then mute existing notification for 30 minutes or 60 minutes, so we don't get all these notifications. So that's one of the things that we have in the tool that enable us to monitor it. The other thing is this error here that enable us to see, okay, so what's actually being processed on our iFlows, and we can see there's a lot of EDI stuff going on. So there is something here on our Bauhaus sample flow, and we can see we are getting some errors here. There's something with a node pool that is failing here. Now we could also see those in the alert section. But the idea here is that we have the ability to dig deep into the integration suite. We can monitor rules, we can go in, set up filters, criterias for all of these different messages. And once we have that, we are actually able to see specific details about where this data is sent, attachments, we have access to persist payloads, all these things that just makes it so much easier to have in one view. So that's some of the stories and ways that the Figaf tool is able to improve the monitoring of your SAP Integration Suite. There is a lot more in the package that enable you to do these things, but I think this thing about being able to categorize log and errors, both from your integration suite and also from your edge, send notifications to the people that can actually do something about it, and give you an overview of which errors is handled, which is new, where do you need to work on these scenarios, would reduce the time it takes for you to manage your SAP integrations. And you can set it up for the criteria and just failed. You can use all the OData criteria to search for specific messages and set up rules for those about how you want to handle it. Obviously, there's webhooks, all these things that just simplifies the process. I hope this is something you want to look into. You can obviously try out the Figaf tool and see, does this help managing and simplifying the way you're operating your SAP Integration Suite? Thank you.